What up, man? Peace. This is the Lord with the Sword, Sir John Legion, one-fourth of the dopest podcast ever to be spawned from the Queen City Psychos. And I wanted to drop a quick review and give my opinion on the world premiere game trailer for the Gotham Knights video game, created by WB Games Montreal, exclusively for the PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC consoles. The trailer dropped 2 Saturdays ago during day one of DC's virtual fandom event, although I didn't get to see the trailer until this past Tuesday. But when I saw it, man, did it get me hyped. I was very impressed and intrigued, and even more so excited after seeing all that was revealed. I already see this being somewhere in between a significant step and a big step in the right direction for DC Media in terms of how they're going to market some of their characters and giving a bigger spotlight on the members of the Bat family other than Batman. I think I speak for a lot of DC fans and Batman fans when I say that more projects that come out of DCWB with the focus centered on Bruce Wayne's proteges only serves to bring more depth and intrigue to the Batman universe overall. Assuming WB does it correctly and listens to those of us who just want the best product possible, it's going to increase the profile for the characters utilized. Now, you can make the argument that DC's been doing that for this group of heroes for decades in the comics. Absolutely. Hell, I can make that case for DC if we're talking comics, but as far as when we're talking about Red Hood, Batgirl, Tim Blake as Robin, and my main man Nightwing, these characters are popular enough to warrant that focus in other mediums, or at least three of the four are. I'd say, with exception to Tim Blake. I don't think he is as popular or has as large a fan base as Red Hood, Batgirl, and Nightwing. I honestly think they should have switched him out for Damian in this particular game, but maybe I guess they're not ready. I guess the reason why they're not using Damian is because DC is not ready to utilize him as an adult. I guess they still like to utilize the character as a teenager, and perhaps they thought in that form would mess up the dynamic, so they went with Tim Blake. But honestly, but personally, I just think Damian is a better character than Tim Blake. But that's just me showing my bias. Nonetheless, these characters are, I think most people would agree that these characters are popular enough to warrant that focus, in other mediums. Such as gaming, and live action, and more prominent roles in films and upcoming DCEU film projects. And it's rumored that at least one of these characters, being Barbara Gordon's Batgirl, will eventually appear in some DCEU films moving forward. Although at this moment it's just sort of a rumor, but I'll definitely keep an eye on any news concerning that topic. So, about what was revealed in the trailer, I'll say this. At the beginning of it, when we see Bruce in this video message saying that he is dead, presumably dead, I thought to myself, oh hell, they're gonna phase Batman out of his own story, and they're gonna replace him as the main character with some relatively new tokenized hero recently inserted into the comics. Or Batwoman, and that gave me cause to pause for about a half a second. But as the other members of the Bat family started popping up one by one, all watching the same message of Bruce talking, that feeling went away, because at that point I knew where this was going. Batman goes on to say the city of Gotham is in danger of being overtaken by the criminals and supervillains that roam the city. Bruce is entrusting his 4 proteges, Barbara Gordon, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Dick Grayson, to protect and defend the city against the baddies. Everything after that first 2 minutes of the trailer looked really good, including the little bit of game footage that was shown. Now, props to whoever created the music for this trailer, because the track they used for this was hard as hell. Now, even though you can't hear it in this video because I muted the volume to try and avoid any copyright strikes or laws, but won't know if I actually did violate any of them until like a day or two from now. My opinions on how the costumes looked for all 4 playable characters. Well, if I could rank them from best to worst, even the worst costume of the bunch, I would not be able to give anything lower than A minus, because all the suits on these characters looked awesome. I mean, now I know the trailer I was watching was in 1080p, and I know the graphics are next gen, but there are no real complaints if we're talking the costumes for all 4 characters. You know, just a few nitpicks here and there, but nothing major. Nightwing, if I haven't said this before on any episodes that we've done, he is my #1 favorite DC character. His costume design in this game is the best that I've ever seen. Now, that's saying a lot, because up until now, the default suit Dick wears in Arkham Knight has been my favorite Nightwing costume of any. The trailer did an excellent job of distributing screen time between the 4 heroes. It did not seem to focus heavily on one character more than the other, or 2 or 3 characters more than the other. Each character's fighting style looked so distinct from the other. The differences in weaponry and some of their different strengths and abilities were showcased briefly. They all look legit in their own right in this, but this is what you would expect if you're familiar with these characters. It's definitely if you're a fan of this franchise. For those that bought each Arkham Knight DLC story pack, or just bought Season Pass and played the respective side missions of these characters, look, we know Rockstar Games set an amazing foundation. So WB Montreal knows what we expect, even with this new concept that they're bringing. Gotham Knights allows a 2-player co-op online. That's all I know at this time concerning gameplay experience. I can't wait to see the team-up attacks and combos, what combos will be like in the game. There is an official gameplay walkthrough trailer that was also released last week. I may or may not do a video discussing that one as well. I don't know. I haven't made my mind up on that. Well, we'll see. As far as the villain reveals go, I love that there will be a subplot with Mr. Freeze, but the biggest villain reveal for me is the Court of Owls. Now, to my knowledge, the Court of Owls comic series is one of the most revered and iconic Batman stories ever written. I myself have not read that story, which is why I'm excited about them being in the game. But, I might just read it for myself ASAP, so I can, have some knowledge about them before the game's release. So that's it for this video. Are you excited for Gotham Knights after seeing the trailer? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you want more QCP content, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get our posts immediately. This is Sir John Legion of the Queen City Psychopaths. Peace.